Hi, I'm Molly, and I like purple, Texas, and Hanson.
And I'm Michael, and I like Keith Urban, Oklahoma, and Damian Spickwright.
And here's our story. We were both students at Ozark Christian College. A mutual friend named Chase introduced us. When I met Michael, I thought, dang, he's cute.
Then we ran into each other an hour later, and she had already forgotten my name. Not a good start.
Well, after a few days and Facebook stalking him, I decided I'm interested.
Then Chase and I ran into Molly a few days later at an all-campus meeting.
And I said, "Oh, hi, Michael." "Oh, hey, Chase."
Chase was like, "Where's my big hello?"
It's like, well, I see you all the time, but Michael, he's like a shiny new toy. So, after some awkward laughter, I walked backwards over a bench and then didn't talk to him for 2 whole years.
No. She avoided me for 2 whole years.
Well, I didn't want to say anything dumb.
But it was probably for the best because we both had a lot of growing up to do.
And there were occasional awkward moments, like one time he caught me talking to Cheez-Its.
Then Camille, who I grew up with, invited me over to their apartment to watch the Rangers play in the World Series with them.
I freak out, and I tell Camille, of course you can't invite him over. I cannot be normal around him. I can't even say anything that makes sense. So of course, she gets it into her head that we should be together. But I was okay with that. So on Sunday, we all end up at Woody's barbecue together, and I was really thankful my hair looked awesome that day.
I got there just before the rest of them and watched Molly fly by everybody and fling the door open to the restaurant. I had forgotten how pretty she was, but I had my hand on the leg of another girl.
And I was really jealous, till I realized it was a mannequin. And then I made a mental note that he was really funny.
I don't really know what we talked about that day. I just sort of stared at her the whole time. Later, I told Camille that Molly did a good job not embarrassing herself. Camille gave me her number and told me to tell her myself.
And he did. We've been hanging out ever since. He even texted his mom about me. So 2 weeks later, I went to the church he was preaching at, and before everybody got there, he asked if he could introduce me as his girlfriend.
Because that would have otherwise been pretty awkward.
So that night, we had our first kiss while dancing in the rain to Eli Young Band. And then 2 weeks later, he told me he loved me.
6 months later, I proposed.
And of course I said yes. So now that you know our backstory, welcome to our wedding.
We're glad you guys could make it. Thanks for coming.